They made Zeus look like a complete joke. I came from uptown, way uptown.
Renegade,
I came from
renegade,
uptown,
renegade,
way
renegade,
uptown.
renegade.
I came from uptown, way. Hey, I checked out Thor Love and Thunder. It's an action comedy film that was directed by Taika Waititi. Now, the action aspect of this film was on point, but Marvel has definitely got to invest into better comedians to write their jokes, because the comedy aspect of this film was definitely pretty weak. Now, it's a good thing comedy ain't what Marvel is known for, and mighty superheroes going toe to toe with powerful supervillains equipped with destructive weapons is, because they delivered on that. The film's villain, known as Gorr the God Butcher, wielded a next level blade called the NecroSword, aka all black, the NecroSword. The sword was so powerful that it was capable of sending a god to the afterlife, and even Zeus himself ain't want any smoke with Gorr, cause he had the sword in his possession. Anyone who wields the NecroSword enters a symbiotic relationship with the sword, similar to Venom and Eddie Brock, where the cursed blade binds its dark energy to their life force, making them somewhat immortal. The wielder gains superhuman strength and speed, as well as powers similar to Null, the god of darkness. The NecroSword covers its wielder in living shadows, and they gain the ability to create hordes of monstrous shadowy creatures known as black berserkers that viciously attack their opposition. The wielder also has the ability to manipulate shadows to form armor, weapons, and to create structures like cages. They can even fire blasts of dark energy at their ops. In the film, the NecroSword allowed Gorr to maneuver through shadows in battle, travel to different locations through shadows, and even teleport to the Shadow Realm, where he cooled out most of the time. The NecroSword is tethered to its wielder, similar to Thor's hammer or Stormbreaker. But even though it's extremely powerful, it's not indestructible. Thor's hammer was able to break it into pieces, and a lightning strike turned those pieces into dust. If just simply broken, the blade can reconstruct itself though. But if it's completely annihilated, the wielder loses its powers and their life shortly after, since their life force is connected to the cursed blade. In the Marvel comics, All Black the NecroSword was the first symbiote created by the god of darkness, Null. Null created the NecroSword so that he could slice and dice celestials that threatened his reign of darkness. He created the NecroSword out of pure evil, his own diabolic shadow, and the power of a dead celestial being. He even gave the NecroSword a metaphysical link with the murdered Celestial's undead corpse, which supplied the sword with power in exchange for souls. The NecroSword's power can be used up and must be replenished with the souls and blood of gods taken down by it. The more gods killed by the NecroSword, the more power it can supply to its wielder. So the undead celestial's corpse became a sinister afterlife that imprisoned the souls of gods victimized by the NecroSword in the comics. All black, the NecroSword is a cursed blade that feeds off its users' evil thoughts and desires and influences them to try and exterminate the gods. Over time, the NecroSword changed Gorr's appearance to a creepy, ghostly white, but that's probably because the NecroSword was keeping him alive by preventing his decaying body from breaking down completely. In the comics, the NecroSword's evil energy kept him alive for about 3,000 years while he hunted down the gods. Gorr came across the NecroSword at the start of the film after he stumbled upon an oasis created by the god he and his people worshipped named Rapu. He renounced Rapu after Rapu insulted him and said he ain't care about people. Coincidentally, Rapu was celebrating the death of the NecroSword's last owner at the desert oasis, and later as he tried to choke out Gorr, the sword spoke to him telepathically, then connected with him, allowing him to strike Rapu down. After connecting with the NecroSword and being corrupted by its evil powers, Gorr became the infamous God Butcher who tried to body any god he came across because they allowed pain and suffering to go down on Earth. Overall, the film was entertaining and the special effects were top notch, but there was hella weird moments sprinkled throughout this film, so I'm gonna have to run Thor Love and Thunder 2 mics. Let me know what y'all thought about the film in the comments below. If y'all enjoyed the video, make sure you like and subscribe. I have movie related content dropping every week, so lock in with me and hit that like and subscribe button, and I'm gonna get up with y'all on the next video, alright? Holla at me. I came from uptown, way uptown. I came from uptown, way uptown. I came from uptown, way